Hi everyone, today I am doing another Mary Berry recipe from her book. And then I am baking a Hokey Pokey coffee cake. So it should kind of look like that. So I have already preheated the oven to 320 degrees Fahrenheit. And then I have already measured all the ingredients for the cake stuff. Okay, let me just read it. Step 2 says, measure all the ingredients for the cake into a mixing bowl and beat until thoroughly blended. Divide the mixture evenly between the prepared tins and gently level the surface with the back of a spoon or a plastic spatula. So this is 8 ounces of self-raising flour, 8 ounces of castor sugar, and then this is the baking powder. It's 1 teaspoon. 8 ounces of butter, so that's 2 sticks. 3 ounces of walnuts, 4 large eggs, and then the instant coffee. And now I'm gonna blend it all. This looks so nasty, but hopefully it tastes good. Okay, so now I have to separate this evenly into the lightly greased baking pans. There's 2 of them. Here's the other one. Okay, so now I'm going to put them in the oven for 30 to 35 minutes, and when they're ready, they'll just need to be cooled. And they smell really good right now, and I'm really excited to see how this turns out. Okay, so now I have placed 2 ounces of castor sugar in here. And these are walnuts, but we're going to use those later. And then this is 2 ounces of water, which I'm going to pour into this pot. And I'm going to mix it until the castor sugar starts to turn like a nut brown color. And I have to watch it like really good. So it's kind of nerve-wracking. Something has to be perfect. Yeah, so I'm doing this while the cake is baking. And once it's a nut brown, I'm going to take it off the heat and put it on non-stick baking parchment, and I'm gonna mix in the walnuts, and this is to make the walnut praline. So I have it pretty low. I have it on 2 right now because I've never done this before. Plus it says to watch it like a hawk. You guys probably think I love coffee. I don't even drink coffee, but I like coffee and like sweets. This is what the cake looks like out of the oven. And now I'm just going to flip them onto the wire rack so that they can cool down. Okay, so obviously I messed up. It was like supposed to be gooey and stuff, and then it turned into this. So I'm gonna start over while the cake is cooling. I started over and I put it in the silver pot so that I can really see the color change, and the gooiness is what I'm looking for in the consistency now that I know, because when you do it for too long, it turns rock hard into sugar. So just so you guys know if you try it at home. I've never done this before, so it's trial and error for me. Okay, so I've already taken it off the heat and added the walnuts, so you can see that it's like gooey because the walnuts are all sticking together. And then I'm just gonna put them on this wax paper, and then they're gonna cool. So now I've put in 9 ounces of the castor sugar and then 3 ounces of butter, and now I'm about to put in the rest of the instant coffee mix, and I'm just gonna mix that up. And this is for the butter icing. Okay, so now I've mixed the butter icing, and I'm going to move on to the walnuts. And I'm going to use my fingers, break them up, and then save the best pieces for the top of the cake, and the rest is gonna go into the icing for the middle of the cake. Okay, so I mixed in some of the walnuts to this part of the icing. I'm just gonna spread it over. It's hard to spread this for some reason. So now I'm just putting the rest of the icing on the top layer of the cake, and then I'm gonna put the walnuts on top once I spread it. It doesn't really seem like enough icing for this cake. Okay, so this is my Hokey Pokey Coffee Cake, how it turned out. And the icing is not the same color icing as Mary Berry's cake. It's clearly, it's not white. And the walnuts don't really look like hers either, but hopefully it tastes good. So that's the next step, tasting it. But I think it smells good, and I think I did okay. Some of the edges are a little rough, but overall I think it's edible. Okay, so now that I finished eating the cake, I feel like it was way too rich, way too much butter. You could really taste the butter, which that's a lot of cholesterol right there. And I feel like it was good. The first couple bites were good, but after a while, like, I felt like my slice was too big. I kind of felt sick. I was like, I don't want to eat this anymore. So I don't think I'm ever gonna make it again. But I will be making more Mary Berry cakes, and out of her book, I'll link it again down in the description box. Also, I am doing these videos while we are all supposed to be quarantining, so I mean, what else is there to do but bake? Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time.